How you doing, guys? This is Matthias Atva from Direct Dreadnought, your Dreadnought PS4 replay guy. We're back with another Monarch replay today, but this time I'm going to try something a little different. This replay is one of my most prized, but I recorded this back when Dreadnought was having a few sound bugs, so it's probably about a month or more old at this point. Because of this, and because of who I'm up against, I thought this would be a great chance to try something that's been requested by a couple of my subscribers, SquallBG and Jason Shearer. This replay is going to be a commentary on how to hold your own against tough level 50 legendary squads. Quick shout out to you guys, this one's for you. Many level 50 players often squad up to have fun and maximize their chances of victory, but there are a handful of infamous teams of the best players on the PS4 server that cause players who know them chills, sweaty palms, and eye rolls, while those who don't know them soon find themselves being efficiently and ruthlessly farmed, left confused, baffled, and utterly in awe of their teamwork and skill. The squad in this particular replay is well known by all the longtime players of the PS4 Dreadnought server, as well as being the all-stars in Nuclear Inferno's elite legendary Dread Chat. I'm of course referring to Scroat1 and his epic posse, including Valorous, Black Reaper, the Leo, and Lord Meatspin. This particular squad is so deadly and effective that many well-known and elite Dreadnought players often leave the match before it gets started as soon as they see their names. Now, just to be clear, this replay is not going to be a step-by-step guide on how to beat these specific players. I'm not going to review their ships or tactics or give any specific insight to this squad's play, because I would consider that unsportsmanlike and breaking the gamer code. I also want to make clear that for every replay I have of me beating a team on this level, these guys actually beat me 3 to 4 times and sometimes leave me with a far from stellar kill to death ratio. Usually if I can survive a match against these guys with a better than 2 to 1 KD, 5 to 6 kills, and a halfway decent score, I consider that a huge win for me, even if my team happens to lose. That's how good these guys are, and that's why I consider this to be one of my personal best replays. Okay, so let's jump right in. First of all, don't quit. This is a game, folks. No one is going to mail you the Biggest Loser of the Year award to your home if you have a bad match. Not only is quitting the match just because a tough squad is on the other side pretty lame and cowardly, it's also putting your team at a further disadvantage and making an already tough situation even worse and more unwinnable. Besides, playing against the toughest odds and the best players is how you get better at Dreadnought. And the payout is not just valuable experience, but the pride and the feeling of accomplishment of beating an elite squad or even just holding your own, and it's well worth suffering through a couple of bad games. Also, fighting a good fight against good players is often how you get noticed and meet some of the elite players of PS4 Dreadnought, even if you don't get first place at the end of the match. Trust me, these guys do take notice of players who give them a hard time and are fun to fight against and offer even a little bit of a challenge. So what's next? Well, in any fleet mode you should be paying attention to the map and game mode you are playing. Quite often my choice of ship depends on the map and game mode, and this is a huge help for me having such great replays. If you're about to load an Elysium deathmatch, a Dreadnought might not be the best idea. If you are playing a small and tightly clustered map with a lot of cover for corvettes and destroyers, artillery may not be the best choice, especially against a pro-elite squad. Also, if you are playing Onslaught and no one is picking a tactical cruiser, that could spell doom for your entire team. So when you are in legendary mode and have a high chance to face off against organized level 50 squad play, be sure to make the right ship choices depending on the map and game mode. The second thing you should do immediately is press the down directional during the choose ship screen before the match and see who you are fighting. Does the team have lots of level 50s? Have you fought any of these players before? Are these players infamous or well known for squad play? Also, what ships are the enemy players playing? This is important for 2 reasons. First, generally if you see 3 to 4 artillery cruisers on the enemy team, Dreadnoughts may not be a good idea, maybe a corvette. Are there 3 corvettes on the enemy team? If so, maybe an artillery cruiser might be suicide. So, the ships the enemy chooses should have a big influence on the ship you choose. Secondly, if there is a well-known elite squad on the other side, what specific combinations of ships are they using? This will often dictate the plan and pace of their attack or defense. Are they using their main ships, or are they leveling ships they normally don't use? Or are they trying something campy or corny like a triple-tack artillery podfest or 4 dreadnoughts with plans of carpet nuking? What map, game mode, what players you are facing, and what ships they are playing all offer key insight to what ships you should take and what kind of attack or defense plan you should try. Okay, so I'm on Amirani in Onslaught, and it's Scroat, and he's not alone. Val and Leo are also with him, also with Katsune. Also, my team is all a bunch of non-squatted randoms, and the only player I know here is Misty90. This means trouble. Amirani, like Kappa Base, is a close-range, centralized map with a lot of cover, so I'm inclined to use Super Brick. I see that Scroat and Val are in artillery, and Leo is going tack. Although artillery is the mortal enemy of dreadnoughts, Scroat is a really good shot and could probably hit me in a corvette, and with Val and Leo not in their best ships, Super Brick is my best bet, and we already have multiple attacks on our team, so that's what I went with. The best thing for us to do is stick together and stick by the command ship. This doesn't mean cluster up into a tight ball, but we should be within 2,000 to 3,000 meters of each other. I fly up high at first so I could survey the area and mark targets. Marking targets is essential here, as if any of the previously marked targets hide and try to ambush us, we'll immediately see a red chevron on our HUDs and have a chance to react. So we marked everyone, we were in a pretty good formation, and I'm letting interceptors and vulture missiles do the work at long range without putting myself in danger from artillery. What's next? Well, it sounds kind of corny, but we started focusing on the bots as hard and fast as possible. We also started aiming for players on their team that broke formation and tried to sneak into us alone, which we've seen a couple of times now. Scroat and his squad mates are going to be really tough players to take on, and since they work well as a team and are communicating, rushing off and trying to take them on one-on-one isn't going to be a good idea. It's probably going to be impossible because as soon as one is in trouble, the others are going to come to their aid and double or even triple team you. So we're looking to quickly dispatch any bots we see without exposing ourselves to enemy fire or overextending. Lucky for us, this is Amirani and Onslaught, so I knew the enemy command ship was going to eventually move to the center of the map. This means I didn't have to overextend or go on a suicide mission to get it. I just had to be patient and wait for it to come to us while we kill bots, shoot any stragglers, and try to keep the score as even as we can. You also probably noticed I've been staying really close to the edge of cover, popping up to launch interceptors, missiles, and shoot where I can, and staying close to my tacks. All the while I made my way to the center of the map to kill their command ship. Scroat has been circling around in his artillery, and I've been purged by him and another enemy player a couple of times, while Val tried to circle the other direction to come get me. Fortunately for us, this exposed Val, and one of my team members destroyed his artillery, so now he is in a destroyer. Leo is also in his destroyer, and both have been trying to infiltrate us and break up our formation, and has caused us to get some lucky kills. This is really key to defeating well-coordinated squads. By not recklessly charging in and by forcing the enemy to take the initiative and change their original battle plans, you increase the chance they, not you, will make mistakes. If you die, it's really tempting to climb into your favorite revenge ship and go after the player that killed you, but this is a bad idea. Try to stick with your team's original plan or formation, or choose a different ship that will complement your team's current strategy instead of trying to get revenge and killing yourself more often and getting mad and making mistakes in the process. So we had a brief lead when I nailed the command ship a few minutes ago, and the RD pressure is off me for now. The enemy team tried destroyer ambushes a couple of times and they failed, and we've been picking off bot corvettes and a bot dreadnought that jumped in, and that has us pretty close to the enemy's points. but they have pulled ahead as Scroat has been picking off team members and the other team has switched over and started focusing our bots as well. Scroat is really racking up the kills since he stopped focusing on me, and now our team is in a deficit. What may be worse is that some of Scroat's squad mates have switched to their corvettes, which means our command ship is going to get destroyed almost as soon as it spawns, and in between they will be looking for weak spots in our defense and trying to kill TACs wherever they can. Meanwhile, I've been steadily moving to the spot where I think the enemy command ship usually turns up, hoping to kill it as soon as it spawns, and I've been using my brick build to stay alive and kill enemies when I can. I've been using Get My Good Side and carefully placing my ships so I gain power for shields even when I get purged, and I've been using Retaliator to get my armor amp and armor amplifier, which helps keep my teammates alive, back online in case I've been purged or disrupted. I knew that jumping into Scroat's formation would be suicide, and since Amirani is pretty small and focused on the center, that's why I chose this ship build. Furthermore, my interceptors have been grabbing nice long-range kills here and there, while I simultaneously use my guns to focus on immediate dangers closer to our formation. So we got their command ship, and I picked up a sweet double kill with my interceptors at long range while I killed a destroyer with my repeaters close up. We're all tied up now, and most of our players are sticking to this nice formation with tactical support and 2 Monarchs. However, all of Scroat's squad appear to be in corvettes now, and the other enemy ships are trying to dislodge us from the place where their command ship might spawn again. This makes things hard for me since Scroat's entire squad are absolutely deadly and skilled corvette players and are extremely hard to hit in this here Dreadnought, so I try to put as much pressure as I can to make them retreat while using Armor Booster Pulse to boost my TACs and trying to fire on other incoming ships where I can. So we're in a bad spot now. The command ship we just had spawned over on the other side, and looks like Scroat's team has taken it out. The corvettes keep coming in. Look at what Leo does here. As soon as I activate my armor booster pulse, he disrupts me so my fellow teammates won't get the benefit. He puts some pressure on me and retreats, which is very smart. Meanwhile, the other ships are starting to pound us, and my team members are starting to get broken up. The formation is falling apart. Scroat's team is now pulling ahead. We need this command ship to show up so we can kill it and possibly tie the points up again. I don't know how we're going to get ahead, but here comes Leo. He's going after one of our bots. Luckily, the bots is onto it and takes him out. That's very rare. He's usually not that easy to kill. I make a mistake right here. I decide, okay, I see my teammates starting to come back and they're reforming into a nice formation. So I'm going to try to charge the enemy and push them back, and maybe my team can kill the command ship when it shows up. But I'm making a huge mistake here. I'm really not going to kill anything over this ridge, and as you'll soon see, there's a lot of enemies over here, and I'm doing nothing but exposing myself to fire. Meanwhile, if you see the mini-map, Scroat and his Corvette squad mates are taking out my team members one by one and pulling even farther ahead. This is bad news, but it looks like their command ship just showed up, so I try to put pressure on Scroat, and hopefully one of my team members can take out that command ship and tie things up. Looks like we're doing that. I'm taking some shots at it right now. The TACs are back. They're going to try keeping us in good health, and they're making a push. Looks like the Leo's back in a Dreadnought, and we have enemy TAC cruisers in the form of bots trying to foolishly charge our position. We take out the TAC right there, and I'm going to engage in a quick Dreadnought v Dreadnought pound session against Leo. Looks like I'm disrupted though. This is bad news, but luckily I have full power for shields. I get disrupted again. I turn my shields up though, and now Retaliator kicks in, which makes it easier for me to get Armor Amplifier and Armor Booster Pulse back on quickly enough. And looks like Leo's going to go down here. Is that enough? I don't know. The enemy team is at 296. We get their command ship. I'm scrambled. I don't know what's going on, but I see Leo goes down, and I see we're also taking fire from the Corvettes and a destroyer. I'm scrambled again. I really don't know what's going on here. All right, I'm taking fire from a Dreadnought. More scramble mines. Totally confused. We could have already lost the game. I'm not sure what's going on. But it looks like I'm being healed, and our team is holding a nice, tight formation. I'm not sure who to focus on, but I start providing firepower against Big over here. Can I take him out? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, we got the assist on there. And here comes Leo one more time. He's a great player. He knows if he can get one last ship, he can win the game. It's 296 to 296. He just needs to kill one person. He's going to nuke me, but I got Armor Amplifier ready to go. And there I go, closing in for the kill, ending the match, winning 300 to 296. Wow, what a match. All right. I really don't want to show the stats at the end of this match. I got a 9-0, and I'm really proud of that against the best players in the game. Scroat, of course, got first place. He got 20 kills. That is crazy. And Rose of Death coming in at third, got 13 kills, 7 assists. I got 10 assists. And that was in a tactical cruiser using artillery pods, keeping everyone very well healed, and also using nuclear mines. Good strategy, very good strategy. We got it. Misty in the artillery cruiser at the end, getting some clutch kills and putting pressure on the larger enemy ships. I hope you guys really enjoyed this. It's just something different I wanted to try. Replay I was very proud of, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, that's it from me for now, and I'll see you soon in Sinley Bay.